All right, we're here now. Show, 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 show,
Nope. Nope.
show.
It's
There we go. Got her.
there we are. I see it.
Woo! There we go.
All right.
E Money's in the
Cool.
house. All right, we're here. Oh, wait a sec. I got an echo. I got an echo going on here.
Nope. Nope. It's
There we go. Got it.
there we are. I see
Whee!
it. Oh, okay. I had to mute the YouTube thing.
Now, okay, the echo
I
should be
just have
gone now.
YouTube in another tab.
Okay, now we're good. I have no echo. I know why the
All
echo
right.
was there. So,
Okay, we're
here we
good.
are. Testing 1, 2 is right. Yeah, that's the way it always is at the Perloism show. Consistently having technical issues. That's stay consistent. At least they always know you're going to. Then when you have
Yeah.
technical issues, everybody's like, yeah, okay, it's all right. Just stick around, we'll fix it. Okay, well, E wants to put his. We already did our predictions,
Oh,
but
I didn't know that.
we're gonna listen to your predictions as well. Plus,
Oh, okay. Thanks. So before
wait a
we
second.
get into that,
Did we
did you?
lose?
Huh?
Did we lose this?
Oh,
Oh, that's right. No.
yeah, it'll start tonight, Mercer. I'm
There we go.
excited.
Okay. Before you get into that, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I just want to make sure we're all
Yeah, we're
connected.
good.
Okay. Um, yeah, before we get into all that, so I'm guessing you already did your cup predictions, your playoff, your awards
Well,
prediction.
no, we didn't do awards. Uh, we just did the standings. Who's where everybody's gonna be in the standings for the
Okay.
where we predict that they're gonna be in the standings.
Oh, I
So
see.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I just wrote it down here. I texted my friend this yesterday or 2 days ago because honestly, I kind of forgot about hockey for a little while just because of how crazy football season's been, and with that getting back up and everything, I just had so much football in my mind, and man, these hockey off seasons are so short. We just saw the Lightning get their Stanley Cup back in what, July, I think, the beginning of July, and it's like hockey
Yeah.
all over again. And hopefully, we have a normal season. Fingers crossed. Um, Divisions are back to normal. 82 games. That's so exciting. All the fans are back in there, not worrying about a virus with a 99.5% survival rate. So here we go. So I'll do my division winners first. I have the Lightning winning the Atlantic. I have the Hurricanes winning the Metro. I have the Avalanche winning the Central, and I have the Golden Knights winning the Pacific. I think the Avs and Golden Knights are the most obvious ones, barring any injury that takes anybody out for a long time. I think Atlantic and Metro is going to be more competitive. There's a couple different teams that can win the Metro. There's a couple different ones that can win the Atlantic. Um, it's going to be pretty exciting to see what goes on. I'm going to watch the Penguins Lightning game tonight and then go to sleep after that because that Golden Knights and Kraken game is getting past my bedtime over here on the East Coast. And then my Caps debut their season tomorrow night against the Rangers, so that's going to be a great way to start off the season.
No,
Um,
no Backstrom.
oh, he's out.
Yeah.
Ovi's in, I think, right?
Ovi should be in, but that's going to make him
Yeah.
weak up the middle there. Um, yeah, game tonight for the second hour. We're going to do our little picks for tomorrow,
Ooh, I
scores and
forgot about
everything. So
this.
you guys stick around. We'll be doing that. Uh, I don't know what we're going to do for points this year. I haven't figured it out yet. But for now, I'll just do picks and then I'll give out pearls of wisdom necklaces and everything else that you need. But
Yeah, Tampa's a contender, no doubt.
so who did you have? You had who did you have in the? You had Carolina. What? Who did you have in the Atlantic?
Lightning.
Lightning. Okay. Yeah, I think Tampa's going to take it easy in the regular season this year. I think
Yeah, they very well could.
because I like they did last year too. Actually, they didn't really play well in the regular season
Oh, I
last year.
remember you were very critical of Tampa. You were like, "Oh, they're not that good." I'm like,
Well, I
"Pearl, you're
never said they weren't
underestimating."
that good.
I thought you did. I thought you
No,
did.
no, no. What I said was they're not playing well in the regular season. And you know what? I don't allow this to happen to me too much, but I got bullheaded about them last year because I can't stand it when I see teams mailing it in the regular season and
Yeah.
the whole Kucherov thing and all that stuff like that. In all honesty, deep inside of me, I knew they were going to win the cup and I hated it. I just hated that they were going to win the cup that way. But
Yeah, I don't think they're going to three-peat. It's just going to be way too hard. I mean, they lost a couple players, and the offseason being shorter and 82 games back again. It's just, I don't know. I can tell you who's going to make I can tell you who I think will make the playoffs in each conference. It's too hard to do. Okay, this team's going to be the 1 seed. This team's going to be the 8 seed. Whatever. It's just too complicated. So for the East, Lightning obviously are getting in. Maple Leafs, they're a regular season team. They'll lose in the first round again. Panthers. I saw something on NHL.com yesterday. Somebody predicted the Leafs to win the cup, and that person should get fired and never write again. Because I mean, you got to wait for them to win a series first. Like
maybe
they
they
just,
work for maybe they work for the Leafs.
yeah, maybe, yeah. Let's not give them any hope. So Lightning, Leafs, Panthers. I like the Panthers a lot this year. Um, and then I have the Hurricanes, Islanders, and Rangers. And then my wild cards are going to be the Capitals and the Bruins. It wouldn't surprise me if my Capitals missed it. Their window's pretty much all but shut. Maybe they can make one more run, maybe not. I just think that there's better teams out there. And then in the West, I have the Avalanche in there, the Jets in there, the Wild in there, Golden Knights, Oilers, and Blackhawks in there. And then my wild cards are the Kings and the Kraken.
Canes and the Kraken, or Kings and
Kings.
the Kings and the Kraken. Uh,
Yep.
yeah, I'd have to bring it up here, but I didn't have the Kraken making it. I had the Kings higher. I think the Kings could be just really good this year.
Yeah.
Uh,
My buddy who I was referring to, he thinks they're going to win the cup. And I'm like, I don't know about all that. I
oh
don't think they're
no,
quite there.
not quite there yet. No, I don't think so at all.
Well,
Uh,
I think the Kraken can make it just by virtue of defense and goaltending. I can see a lot of their games being like 2-1, 3-2.
yeah. The thing about their deep, I think their forward depth is their biggest advantage. Their defense, they're going to be in their own zone too often. That's what I don't like about their defense. Is they've got defensemen that are not very good at moving the puck out. Besides, we'll see what Dunn does. That's the big one. If Dunn can turn around whatever he was doing in St. Louis to piss the hell out of Berube,
Yeah.
then then they've got an offensive guy there. Giordano, he can always move the puck out all right. But besides that,
Yeah.
like Larson, Lexiak he's better than Larson. Larson can't is terrible at it. So Susie's okay, but like they don't really have the greatest puck moving guys. But they do have a lot of guys that can get the puck off the opposition stick really well, like Larson and Susie and those kind of guys. Uh, it's an interesting team. It's one of those teams that if they gel well, the offense, the forward depth could do a lot of damage to teams like Edmonton, who don't have much forward depth. So it's going to be it's definitely going to be interesting to see how they do. They have a very interesting team. I wouldn't be totally surprised if they made the playoffs, but I don't have them in myself.
Well,
Seattle.
I think their ceiling would be like a first round exit, and I think their floor would be really bad. That I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I just kind of have a feeling they're going to slide in there, but I could be wrong. I mean, I'm looking at this dude's Kyle Lordankin. I remember Lordankin.
Lauren, yeah.
Yeah, Blues maybe, Stars maybe, Canucks. Yeah. I don't know. I just get the feeling the Kraken are going to pop in before
I
they
don't
will,
think the
but
Bl- I don't
I
think
could
the
be
Blues
wrong.
are gonna. I don't think the Blues are gonna make the playoffs this year.
And notice how I said that the Canadians aren't in there. Cup finalists.
Oh yeah, and
I don't.
we didn't we
I don't.
don't have
I don't.
nobody had the Canadians on this board here.
Yeah,
Nobody
there's a lot
nobody.
of people predicting them not getting in there, which like I don't think they will. I mean, they've benefited from two shorter seasons in a row. Weber's not going to be there. I don't know. I just don't really trust what they would have going on in a full season. I just think some other teams are going to be better. I mean, yeah, they could get in there. There's a bunch of teams that can get in there. I mean, the one team you have to eliminate off the bat is the Sabres. We all know they're going to be terrible. Whoever predicts they're in the playoffs is just on PCP or something. So, yeah, they're definitely not going to make it. No doubt about it.
Uh,
Yeah. See, I like Seattle's goaltending. I think that makes a big difference. I think Seattle arguably well they might have the best goaltending tandem in hockey. At least maybe not the best, but it's up there.
I don't agree. I'm not.
I mean,
I've never been a big Grubauer guy. I think that you're gonna see.
Grubauer's good,
I
dude.
think that you're gonna see. I think that you're gonna see Kemper show us how like put up huge numbers in Colorado, and Grubauer may struggle with this defense a little bit more. I would take Kemper over Grubauer any day.
No.
As far as Drieger is concerned, he's okay. I mean, he's good. I wouldn't say the best. The best to what? Okay, what do you guys got? What's the best goaltending combo in the league out there, you guys? All of you guys out there.
It could be Seattle. I mean, Grubauer and Drager is pretty darn good.
I would take Bernier and Blackwood over them.
Nope.
I would. Oh yeah, all day. Bernier's gonna crush it in New Jersey, dude. Crush it. His last 2 years in Detroit, like if he was playing for a decent team, he probably would have been in Vezina conversations.
I mean,
He was,
Grubauer almost won the Vezina last year. The dude was a
yeah.
monster.
Well, if you would have took Bernier and put him in Grubauer, I don't even know what his numbers would have been. It would have been disgusting. But yeah,
We'll
Grubauer
see.
did have a good year, but he's had the
Boston's
best
still getting
defense in
into it.
the league in front of him.
Yeah, Boston's
I
good
think
at
he's.
goaltending.
Oh, I don't think he's a bad goaltender. I just don't think he's as good as a lot of people think he is. And
I think he's really good.
we're about to find that out in Seattle. But
Yeah, it's interesting that he went there.
Boston's a good one. Is Swayman is as
Boston,
good
yeah.
as he looks like he is, and you put
Yeah.
that Allmark. I think Allmark's fantastic. He just was
What happened to wait? Is
stuck a
Rask
couple.
still there?
He won't be ready till mid season. So
What happened to him? I'm behind.
knees and knee injuries. He's had the same problem for a long time.
Yeah,
He's not.
I know he's like contemplated retiring the past few years. You got to think he's almost done.
Yeah, he said he's going to come back to Boston, and he doesn't care what they use him for. So even if he's just like a glorified goaltender coach, he'll he'll stick around. So he's not going to play anywhere else.
Yeah,
Leclerc is in the house.
Chicago's goaltending is pretty saucy too. That's a big reason why I have Chicago going to the playoffs and rebounding. I mean, Jonathan Tays is who's overrated, but he'll be back. He'll make a difference. Marc Andre Fleury on there now, which I found that very interesting that Vegas just gave him away for nothing, pretty much. Like, we'll trade Marc Andre Fleury for a turd sandwich, pretty much. I know it's like cap and all that, but it's like I don't know. You'd think they get something better out of that because Flurry was awesome last year.
He's taken
Um,
the full. They're taking the full cap hit, and there was really very few teams that were able to do that. So
yeah,
Chicago was able to get it. Cap is so important right now. But I agree.
yeah,
I'm on Chicago too. Not everybody here is. Most people are on the fence about Chicago. Lauren, for instance, he thinks I overrate Flurry. I think Flurry and Lankinen could be the best. Yes, absolutely. That
I
would
don't think
be
you overrate Flurry. I've never. No, I don't think you do.
that I overrate Flurry is my favorite player in the league.
I thought both of us Lord Dankin's saying that you do. Oh, then if you overrate
He
Fleury,
thinks
I
that
definitely do.
he thinks that I overrate him, like I make him about better than what he is at his age. Lauren's not talking about like
Fleury's
his
top three goalie in the league.
he's not talking about career. He's talking about for
Oh,
his
I
age.
know, but like
Yeah.
right now, there's like I can count with one hand how many goalies I would take over Fleury straight up. Vasilevsky,
Vasilevsky should have won last year. As much as I love the fact that Fleury did, he should have.
Vassy's the best goalie in the league. There's no debate, no
No,
question. He's the best.
nobody. I don't think anybody debates that. No.
He's the best goalie in hockey. It's
Yeah.
pretty much a fact. It's Vassy, and then after that, you can argue a couple guys. I'd probably put Fleury too, honestly, right now, unless I'm missing somebody. Like, I mean, Carey Price is up there. I don't that year. I don't know. I would probably put Fleury too. I think Fleury's really good. That's coming from a Caps fan too. I think Fleury is just absolutely amazing. I would put him at two, but that's a reason why. So like whoever said that, if you overrate Fleury, I do too. I like Chicago because of Fleury and Lankin. So they have that goaltending duo. They'll have some good offensive talent. Doc is pretty good. I mean, Patty Kane's Patty Kane. Everybody knows how good he is already. DeBrincat, I probably said that name wrong, but whatever. You know what I mean. Like they just have some good firepower. The defensive depth isn't really all that great. That'll probably be their biggest weakness. But I think that goaltending duo can compensate for that at least a little bit. So, I mean, yeah, that's why I have Chicago going to the playoffs this year. I don't have them going to the East Final. The West Final. I already have my East Final pick, my West Final pick. I don't know if I have a champion. It's so early to predict a champion, but like there's obviously a couple teams that can, or a decent amount of teams that could do that.
By the way, McKinnon is out with COVID right now, so he's not going
Yep.
to be starting the season by the sounds of it. I never did find out what happened with those players. There's 4 players for Seattle that may not be playing tonight. It looks like they probably won't be.
Yeah,
And
I saw that. Gord is out. Blackwell's out. There's a couple injuries on here. They
go.
have like 6 players.
Well, it's not sure. I don't like. I heard they may be able to play tonight, but they're not coming out until anybody know. Larson, I think it was. I think it was. It was a very significant players, and if they're out, you're taking Vegas
Mhm.
all day. I was taking Seattle tonight until
I'm
those
taking
guys
Vegas.
until those guys were out. I would have taken Seattle for sure because expansion franchises like 90% of the time win their first game. 90% of the time.
Really?
But
Is that an actual stat or is that your gut
yeah,
feeling?
oh, a true story, man. They always win the
Really?
first game. Yeah. So
The Capitals probably didn't. The
I
Capitals
was
were horrible their first year.
I was taking Seattle over Vegas. I think Vegas. Okay, here's my thing. Oh, we'll get more as we got an hour to talk about it. So,
Okay.
uh, the I think I had Vegas winning that division, but I'm putting that as a like. I'm really not sure to tell you the honest truth. I think Vegas could have problems this year. I don't like their offensive. I don't like their depth up the middle.
Yeah, that
And
is a weakness.
Laner is a freaking head case. And if he stops focusing on stopping pucks, I'm just afraid what's going to happen. He's also really poor with energy in the room. However, that division is so poor
Yeah, that
that
division's not like
even if they don't play their best, I still say they make the playoffs. But I
well,
think it's very possible that they may not win it. I think the Edmonton Oilers could just outscore the crap out of people this year, and like keep on winning like 5-2, 5-4. Like it's and win it in the regular season anyways, because their defensemen are poor defensively, but they've got so much offense it might not matter.
good points there. That's I failed to mention that's another reason why I have the Kraken possibly making playoffs, just because they're going to benefit from not being in a very good division. So I think
Yeah.
that does help them. Like if the Kraken were in the Metro or the Atlantic, there's no way they would even sniff the playoffs. There's just not. It's just not going to happen because those two divisions are so deep. Um, Honestly, I like Vegas this year. I do agree that like the weakness is right down the middle. I actually have them going to the Cup, as crazy as that sounds. I think it's going to be them versus the Islanders.
Yeah, I honestly can't see Vegas doing it. I
But
think
if I
that
had, but if I had to pick a Cup winner this year, I think it might be the Islanders because they've gotten so close the past couple of years, and Lightning fans will argue that the Islanders were their biggest competition the last 2 years.
what's that? Yeah, I know, but I just this that team is not the same this year. It's uh,
Vegas?
yeah, I see. There's an element of like not just stopping pucks. There's an element of flurry that makes that team a lot better. Yes, I'm on YouTube, Kevin. Sorry, I'm on Facebook here. Yes, I'm on YouTube. Come on in.
Against will be out. Man, Penguins are going to get bodied tonight. That's going to be a slaughter.
Yeah, I got Tampa Bay over the Penguins
Because I
tonight.
think isn't Crosby and Malkin out too?
Yep. Crosby and
I
Malkin are
think
out.
oh my
You
God.
still got Jari in net. I don't know.
Against Tampa when they're gonna throw up the banner and like it's like their first game back with oh my God, they're gonna get waxed so hard. Can I just make my score prediction on that already?
Well, yeah, I guess I'll put it down here because we're gonna do it later. But go
Okay, I'm
ahead.
sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
5-1 Tampa.
Yeah, it's gonna be okay. So I'm gonna look at your. So you had Seattle making it, right? I don't. Okay,
In the playoffs.
Calgary doesn't make it. Who do you have? Do you have Vancouver not making it?
Yeah, I had a hard time putting them out, but like I just don't really like their defense all that much, and like
I think Demko saves their life there. That's
yeah,
like I would take Demko over Grubauer in a heartbeat.
no.
You wait this year, bud. You wait. You're
Yeah, well, I
gonna
mean, a lot can change. Goalies are
you're
weird.
you're gonna change your
Goalie,
mind. You're gonna change your mind about
but then the
Demko
year
this
after
year.
that, I'll change mine, and then the year after that, I'll change mine. It
Nah,
changes so much. It changes so much.
Demko's
Goaltenders
be-
are so fickle.
Demko's beast like. Demko's up in the
They're
stratosphere of like
they're more fickle than what females are
not
with in terms of what they want to wear on a Friday,
not the
Saturday
great
night.
ones. Demko's gonna be one of those guys that's not very fickle. It's not gonna be like
Because I mean,
Holtby or somebody like that.
yeah. Well, yeah, I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying that you're necessarily wrong. I'm just saying that, like, I just feel like there's years where goaltenders are good and then they're bad. It's like, look at Carter Hart last year. He was horrible. But the year
Uh,
before that, he was really good.
we'll see
And
what
it's like,
happens with Carter
what
Hart,
the
but
hell happened?
that's a young guy that you know what
Yeah.
Hextall was right about him. They fired him because he wouldn't play him, and he said he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready maturity wise, and he was right. Let's face it, he was right. So uh,
Yeah.
I pity Pittsburgh tonight. I think Pittsburgh's gonna get
What do you think
smoked
of Swim
tonight.
and Allmark? I think that's good, Bill. Swim and Allmark are solid. Yeah, Colorado could win it. They have the talent, but like I just can't trust them because they can never go past the second round. They're the new Capitals, um, so they haven't really. I mean, they have it. They have a lot of the pieces, but they just haven't been able to put it all together. I guess I don't know. I mean, it's so hard to really say. It really is. I just have that gut feeling it's going to be Islanders in Vegas. I like both of their defenses. I like the goaltending. I think you can win a cup of Laner. I would just, at the end of the day, like if someone pointed a gun to my head, I think Trotz gets his second cup. I think Trotz just has that team very well coached. They're going to get Anders Lee back. That's going to be big. They have the goaltending. They have the defensive structure. They have pretty good forwards too. I like their centers. There's just a lot of pieces to that team. Like I said, they've been so freaking close the past few years. And if it wasn't for Tampa, maybe they would win a cup or two in that time span. It's hard to say. There's some teams I like. There's some teams that are definitely right up there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of teams. This is one year where I really got to watch. Like the Islanders' depth is what concerns me. If they have They don't have anybody to replace the players that they have there. They're great depth on the lineup in their lineup. Like it's a top 12 by committee, forward and defense. But for injuries to bring up players to fill in holes, it's like a big drop off, which will be fine in the regular season. But if they're not healthy come playoffs, that's where I get concerned. But with Barry Trotz there, and then the possibility of Sorokin having his big year, which he's going to have
Yep.
eventually, and I think this is a year he wrestles it away from Varlamov. Uh, then
Off is really good too.
yeah, well, he's made. I mean, New York Island Trotz system makes goaltenders look good. Let's face it.
Yeah,
But
that's true. But you can also put the
Sorokin,
Islanders up there for best duo in the league,
yeah,
goaltending
but
wise.
Sorokin doesn't need Trott's system to be amazing. He's incredible already. Varlamov
He is
just struggled in Colorado when he was there for years. He goes into the Islanders system, and all of a sudden he looks a lot better. But Sorokin is a guy that it didn't matter what system, he was going to be amazing. So you include Trott's system with their team, then he could do it all by himself almost. So that'll be amazing. Who do you guys think will be
Oh,
starting?
Grubauer.
Grubauer, Grubauer,
All day.
Grubauer.
All
Yeah, for
day.
sure, for sure. I mean, he'll be starting right away at first. I don't know, Drigger. They'll probably go back and forth, and
Yeah, it
whatever
might be
one,
like a 1A, 1B.
whatever one is hot, they'll play him more. But
Yeah.
yeah, Trotz system. Great coaches do that.
Yeah.
They have systems that cover up goaltender weaknesses. You know, Tortorella, everywhere he went, his goaltenders were good. Look at Bobrovsky, was a Vezina Trophy winner for 2 years. Takes off from that system, gone. Habib Bulin in Tampa Bay Lightning was a beast under Tortorella, and then he left. Never, he was okay after that.
You know
Uh,
what's interesting to watch this year too is or not what, but who? Spencer Knight.
yeah, Spencer Knight. I mean, he's special. He could be one of those kids that are up there with the guys we're talking about right now, for sure, no doubt
Did you,
about it.
so you didn't do awards predictions?
No, we didn't. We can do that if you want.
Cool, let's do that. That's saucy. All right, which one do you want to do first?
You start. Tell me which one. Tell the group
All
here
right.
so they know what to
Okay.
expect.
I'm just gonna get the more predictable ones out of the way. I think Hart and Art Ross and Lindsay go to McDavid again because it's McDavid. I can't pick against McDavid
Oh
for
yeah,
regular season awards.
yeah, absolutely, no doubt about it. I don't think
Okay.
anybody's going to say anything against that. If you
Yeah, he's the
disagree
best
with
player in
that,
the world.
write down there so
I
everybody can
hate you.
ridicule,
You should be
ridic-
canceled.
so everybody can ridicule you. Uh, First of all, before you go on, Bill says, "What do I think about the Suzuki contract?" I think it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and
Yeah, he's
more
really good.
general managers. More general managers got to start signing these guys early, and I know guys don't like it. Are you going to get burnt every once in a while? Yeah, but you're not. Cup winners are going to be able to identify these great players and get them signed early. I think it was a brilliant signing by Bergevin. Good signing, very good signing. Love it.
So for Rocket, I think Matthews will win it again.
Rocket, yeah, pretty much. I think that's why we didn't do awards, is they're so obvious who's going to win them. Like
Well, the Rocket's not all that obvious. Let's not
who's
count out Pasta.
I think Matthews scores 60 goals this year. I think
That's
Matthews.
possible.
I think he scores 60.
He's going to get at least 50. I
Oh
mean, I
yeah,
wouldn't
for
count
sure.
I wouldn't count Ovi out of it either, even though he's getting older.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he just, especially if Backstrom's out, he doesn't. He's going to be doing it all by himself there in
Isn't
Washington.
Backstrom day to day?
No, it's significant. They put him on LTR.
Oh yeah, I'm behind. I need to read up on this.
It just
Like I
happened
said, my
today.
brain was in football mode for a
It
little
just
bit there.
happened today. Vezina is the only one that's up for debate, and I'm almost positive it will be Vasilevsky this year. But who else?
Yeah,
I mean,
I would have to pick Vasi.
who would
It's
who
hard.
else? It could be
Laner
Fleury.
could do it.
See, the thing, it could be Fleury again because now he's
It
taking a
could.
team that isn't as good, and if they make the playoffs and he crushes it, he could get it again. Because of the team he's on. So,
Yeah. So
Saros is a very good one too, Lauren. Excellent. Saros
yeah,
is
there's there's a couple up there. I mean, Varlamov could be up there too potentially.
yeah, I don't think he'll play enough because him and
Yeah,
Sorokin will split
yeah,
time
yeah.
doing it.
I mean, Vasi has the advantage because he doesn't have a 1B. It's just him.
Carter Hutton, yeah.
um, Actually, Norris is pretty debatable too.
Norris is the tough one. Norris,
I think I'm
I
gonna
think
go
it's
McCarr.
Makar. I think it's Makar. Yeah, everybody pretty
Okay.
much
Oh,
says
wow, we've
Makar.
been like
Yeah.
write it down. Like, all right, you got it. I got it. Like they're just the same ones. Oh, Calder. I think it's gonna be Spencer Knight.
Okay. Uh, Hopefully they play him enough. Well, maybe it depends. If Bobrovsky starts playing well, they might play their $10 million guy, and then that would get him out. I think Caulfield's got to be up there.
Yeah, he's got to
Uh,
be up there.
Maybe if LA's bringing, I don't know if LA's going to let if Kaliev is ready in LA, he could be there.
Well, Byfield would be a rookie.
Yeah, but he's hurt.
Yeah, yeah.
He got hurt again. So I don't know what's
Evan
he.
Power stayed in school
I
because
don't
he's like
think
the
he's
safest
ever going to
touch.
be a terribly offensive guy either. I think he's going to be like a 50, 60 point center, sort of like I don't know if you remember, probably before you were in the hockey, like Wayne Primo back in the day. But a guy like now that you could maybe like Hayes in Philadelphia. I don't know if he's gonna.
Okay.
I don't know if he's gonna be like a huge offensive guy. More powerful than Hayes though. Like if a great guy to have on your team, no doubt about it. But
Yeah, Hayes is good. Wow. So Penn's odds for the Cup or for the Metro is higher than Carolina. Oh no, Carolina's going to win the Metro, in my opinion. I mean, there's a couple teams that could do it, but I just think the Hurricanes are most suited for regular season hockey. I would have them winning the Metro. And honestly, wouldn't surprise me if the Rangers went on a deep run. I like how young that team is. They didn't
yep,
really lose anybody that important in the offseason. They got some good pieces.
I have him second.
I had them third behind the Islanders. I mean they could go second. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's hard
I
to
I
say.
think the Islanders are going to fade off like they usually do because what they've done is they've spent money on their roster players and they don't really, like I said, have all that much depth. So they have a tendency to overplay in the regular season their players until they're beat, till they're tired, and then at the end of the year they rest them all, and they end up losing and going down the standings still about third, and then of course they crush it in the playoffs again. It happens every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, all right, time to try. Are we missing one? Oh, Coach of the Year.
Uh, I think I love Brindy. I love Brindamore, but come on, man. Q had to win that last year. I still say Quinville should have won last year.
Oh yeah,
So
who won it? Oh, Brendan Moore won it last year.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
I would have voted Q too. That's what I would have done too. I mean, he probably got a good amount of votes. There's some good guys out there.
he was up there. He
Um,
was second. Yeah,
yeah, I think Coach of the Year this year is going to be Gallant.
Gallant. Yeah, that's a good one. He could fine. He
That
could win it. Yeah,
yeah
that's a good one. I could see that. That's really good. Funny, I didn't even think about it. I guess you get so used to Gallant being good that you kind of forget that he's.
yeah.
Uh,
There's a lot of good games out there.
but I
I think
mean,
we've covered them.
if Pittsburgh does manage a way to make the playoffs, maybe Sullivan finally gets his. Like he deserves it. He deserves
Yeah,
it.
he does.
He
He
brought a
does.
lot. He's led a lot of teams that were hurt a lot and
Yep.
everything into the playoffs. Even
Yep.
last
Right.
year, if they would have picked
Yep.
Sullivan last year, I wouldn't even argued with it. I would have
Oh
been,
no, I wouldn't either.
yeah.
I wouldn't either. I mean, I think he's overdue for one. I think he was knocking on the door a couple times, but I don't know if the voters hate him or if he like slept with any of their wives or what's going on.
Well, I think it's
So
just been tough competition, and
yeah,
having Crosby on your team is always like a minus
Yeah, it's
because
like, oh, you have
people
Crosby,
think,
no fair,
yeah,
Wayne.
yeah,
Yeah.
you got one of the greatest leaders in the game of all time, so it makes it easy to coach. But that's not fair. It's like Cooper in Tampa Bay is a great coach, but because he's
His
got
team
that
is so
team,
good.
he'll probably never win it, right?
Yeah, because his team is just
Until they
ridiculous.
suck or lose a lot of people or something like
Yes,
that.
I think Gallant will win it. That's my guess. Um, I don't know. I think it also helps that he's coaching a New York team. I mean, the sports media definitely has an East Coast bias, and Rangers did make the playoffs last year. So I just get the feeling that he'll get the award. It also depends on, I guess, how well they do, how far they get in there. So I think that covers it. So it seems like you and I agreed with almost all of them except for the Calder. I don't know what you said for coach, but um,
Oh, I think I'm leaning. I like Gallant. I never thought about that. Could have been. I think that they feel that Q got robbed last year in a way. See, I think Brindamore got it last year because Carolina is getting to the point where they're going to be so recognized that he may not get one because his team, in Tampa Bay, Cooper, his team is going to be so good that he may not get one down the road here. Uh, so that's why I think he got it. And this time, I think that we got Florida winning that division. That's what it was. Florida won.
ooh, that could happen. I like Florida this year.
Yeah,
I like Florida.
because Tampa Bay might take it easy and like if anybody's even close to injured, they'll rest them and all that. Florida
Yeah,
might take that division because Tampa Bay is taking it a
that's a
little
good
easy.
point. I
So
would love to
that's
see that playoff series again. Battle of Florida. All right, Perlo, I have a question, and
hmm
I think it would be appropriate since we're talking about hockey. Can I switch out of this and put my Ovechkin jersey on because I'm missing my front tooth, and I can like kind of at least sort
yeah,
of
sure,
be like
sure.
him?
I don't care. At least
I
you
feel like it'd
started
be
that.
most appropriate. Add a little bit of humor to it.
Okay, cool. By the way, Jarvis and Drury made Carolina. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's going to be exciting to watch. Uh, Makiniemi, really? So they're going with youth. Okay, you know what? Why don't we go through each team and because now the lineup should be set, right? What do we got? Montreal. Who made it? Who didn't?
I don't think I ever showed you this jersey. It's my retro or reverse retro, whatever. Got that Ovechkin on. So not only do I have that, I have the missing front tooth to go along with it.
Oh,
That's why I was like, oh, if I wore my Ovi for this, this would be perfect.
freaking Chris Weidman made the Montreal Canadiens roster. Ouch. Oh, Joel Edmondson's hurt. That's why. Joel Edmondson is hurt.
Oh,
That
Steele's in here. Yeah,
Mont-
Steele. I do have to get a little bit more gray. I have a little tiny bit. I am a homer. I do have a little bit of gray around my hairs. You can't tell from here. My girlfriend sometimes makes fun of me, but like there'll be like little bits of gray around here. But I mean, obviously, it's not like Ovi. I've thought about being Etchkin for Halloween, but my girlfriend and I are going to be Borat and his daughter. We've been talking about it for a year, but this would be perfect for Ovi because I this is legit missing. Long story short, just had an infection above here. They had to take it out. I get a fake one put in like February, I think. So blah blah blah. Anyways, yeah, I just wanted to add some humor to it, kind of poke fun at myself a little bit and rock this Ovi. He's got the front two missing just like I do.
I've got few more than one missing in the front, my friend.
Oh,
Do
do
you want me
you?
to? Did you want to see? Do you want me to go off on you now?
Yeah. I want to see.
I'm a true hockey player here, my friend. Just wait.
Oh, holy crap! Oh, oh wow!
Fights
I never
and
knew that.
pucks and everything. Yeah, that's a hockey player, my friend. Right
Oh
there.
Lord, yeah, that's more of a hockey player than me. What happened? What happened to you?
I played hockey.
Oh, okay, and then pucks just hit it.
Pucks, fists, sticks, you name it,
So,
everything.
so they never put permanent fake ones in there, I
No,
guess.
I never did. I was by the time when I finished playing hockey, I chose alcohol over hockey for several years, so I never had the money to get it fixed or anything. So I just stuck with it till I just got inserts to put in there. That's it. But yeah, I Bobby Clark.
Oh,
Yes, Bobby Clark
I
for
had,
sure.
holy cow, man! I had no idea. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, well, that was a very interesting twist there. Yeah, mine's just boring. It's just like, oh, I ran into a steel pole when I was 6 years old playing tag, and then just went through hell and back with all this for years, and somehow this area got infected a couple of years ago, and I don't know. So, um, yeah, weird stuff, I guess. So yeah, like, things are strange. So
It's funny too.
wow.
Now that you mentioned that, I out of all the crap, I mean, I was like when I was young, I was like Jackass, but you never put a camera on ourselves for it, And I played hockey at the same time,
Yeah,
and
see,
I
this
didn't break one bone, believe it or not. Never broke a
really.
bone until I broke my ankle in a spiral break thingamajigger, and
Wow.
had to get a pin and stuff in it. Getting out of a bus. That was it. Out of all the crap I did, riding down hills off ramps and friggin' everything I used to do, I couldn't believe it. I never broke a bone until that time. But, anyways, okay. So, are you sticking out around for 2 hours?
Yeah, I'm sticking around. I gotta look at something because I'm waiting for somebody to come in and fix my dishwasher. So I'll be right back.
All right. I want to look at. Okay. So, Paquette made it for the Montreal Canadiens. I'm gonna take it off Facebook here for a second. I'm going to get you guys up so I can see your. Paquette made it for Montreal, which I actually kind of surprised me, and it kind of tells me Ryan Paling was supposed to be all over that spot, didn't get it. Uh, they got it, took Adam Brooks. Like that is, he shouldn't make that team. Really, Paquette, he shouldn't make a team. He shouldn't make any team. Uh, we got hockey tonight, yeah. So I'm really and Chris Weidman, Edmondson is out. They have no Kulak. They're playing Kulak as the top left defenseman with Petrie, Sherratt, David Savard, Romanoff, and Weidman. Ouch, ouch. And then Jake Allen with Malton Bowl as their backup. My gosh, Montreal. They're going to get pummeled this year. I really think so. What do you guys think? They're going to get pummeled or what? What else do we? Give me another team, guys. What do you want to hear? What do we want? I want to see. Give me another team to look at. Who made the team and who didn't. After taxes, I don't know. Their taxes are pretty high there in Montreal. Not much. I think he's paying like 40% tax there in Montreal, somewhere around there. Probably about 4.5 million, something like that. 4.7 million maybe. With that much money in Montreal, like making that much money in Montreal, it's very expensive. The tax is pretty bad. Let's see, since nobody's giving me any ideas, let's see the Flyers, since we got the Flyers here. Who made the Flyers? You should know that already. Yeah, it's taxes are way high in Montreal. That's why they didn't keep. Hey, Peyton on the radio is in the house. Welcome, buddy. Patrick Brown made it for the. That's because so many injuries. So many injuries for Philadelphia. Patrick Brown made it. Ouch. So many injuries. Holy crap. Flyers are hurting going into their regular season. Frost was sent down. That's what I was afraid of. He gained 20 pounds, but that's a lot of weight to gain in like 3 months. I find it hard to believe that's all muscle. Cole Perfetti made the Jets. Let's look up the Jets here. While I'm doing that, I'm going to change this to who made the teams. Yeah, Hockey News Reports is in the house, and yes, that is a slam dunk winner. That was a freaking awesome contract by Bergevin. No doubt about it. You can say whatever you want. That was a killer. So, Winnipeg Jets. Where did you have Winnipeg? You have Winnipeg making it?
I had them finishing second in the Central.
Yeah, I think they could be all over the place, but I really liked the pickup of Brendan Dillon there. That was a nice pickup for them. I'm not sure about Nate Schmidt. That's the problem. I'm just not sure about the Nate Schmidt pickup. But Cole Perfetti did make the team. Yes, that's right, everybody. Peyton and I are doing a live stream for the Vegas-Seattle game. He's doing both. We're doing a live stream for the Vegas-Seattle game for both teams. He's on both games, but on his channel is what I'm trying to say. So remember, if you haven't subbed up to Peyton on the radio, get yourself all subbed up there, and be prepared for that Seattle-Vegas game. We're going to do a live stream on that. Perfetti took the third line right winger spot as it stands right now. However, there's a spot available. What's this? They don't have the fourth line filled out here. They're putting
Isles and Mini for the finals. Wild or possible.
I don't think Minnie's going to make it this year. Who said
I
that?
don't think so either, but that'd be a very interesting finals.
You like the Smith move? I don't know. I'm not a big Schmidt guy. He gets overmatched too much in the defensive zone, but I think he can be a lot better than he has been the last 2 years. Who said Minnesota and the Isles? Did you see that? I can't see it. Hellebuck is the thing, but the thing is, if Hellebuck goes down, they have no backup. Barely, anyways. Eric Comrie has never done well in the NHL. Yeah, so Perfetti beat out too. Dominic Toninato. Yeah. Nice. Who else do we got? Give me another team to look at. He is a piece of Schmidt. You like the Kraken, Steel. Okay. Yeah,
Oh, let's see. I'll be there tonight.
I think they're going to lose a lot of one-goal games.
Maybe he likes them more than I do. I don't know. I mean,
yeah, it's Comrie's first full season. Yeah, it's the first time he's started on a lineup in the beginning of the year.
See, that's what I think too, Steele. I think they're going to be a tough defensive. That's what I think too.
I just don't think they're going to move the puck well enough. That's the problem.
I mean, they'll have their flaws.
Yeah, they're gonna have to play a full a full rink game, that's for sure, and a 1-1-3, no doubt about it. They got to play a very defensive type game to be able to win. I I think Grubauer is overrated. Larson is. I had him and watched him in Edmonton for several years. Guy can't move the puck. Let's go back to Seattle. Who made Seattle, anyways? Let's. We might as well look at that since we're in here. Everybody's loving Seattle. Seattle's playing tonight, so let's take a look at them. Yeah, Vince Dunn is the big thing. We already talked about that. Dennis Cholowski made this team. Holy crap! Same as Hayden Fleury. Hayden Fleury can't move the puck to save his life. Adam Larson, same thing. So they got two guys in their top six that can't move the puck to save their life. And then Dennis Cholowski, I don't know. Carson Soucy's okay, but he needs a guy beside him that can move the puck, and he doesn't have that. So it's what they're going to put Vince Dunn and Giordano, and that's not going to work, man. I don't see that working. Giordano's got to play with Larson. Dunn's got to play with Soucy or something like that. They're putting their only two puck movers together. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't think that's going to work. I don't think their D is as good as you think. Their D, I see a lot of people loved Larson in Edmonton too because he was great at stripping the puck off of people's sticks. But he would just shoot it up the boards, and then it would end up in the neutral zone, and the opposition would come back. So that's not good. That's not good defense to give up the possession like that over and over and over again.
Man, Steele is on point right now in these comment sections. I'm agreeing with what
I
he's
didn't
saying.
talk about New Jersey. We didn't talk about New Jersey much.
Yeah, they could possibly slide in there.
I like New Jersey this year. Yeah, I think that they could really do some damage. Leafs could be in big trouble. I agree. Weichel says Leafs are in big trouble. I agree. It could be. Yeah, again, we have all those injuries tonight, so I don't think we're going to get a really good shot at what this team looks like if they're all COVID. That's Donskoy, McCann, Yarncroc, and Alexiak out tonight still. If by the end of this stream those guys are still out, I got to take Vegas all day. I mean,
Yep.
but unlike Steele, I'm more in the reason why I think Seattle could do it is their forward depth.
Just watch Lamar.
Their forward depth is really good. Like they could if when everybody's back, their top four, their third and fourth line is very, very good. Really, really good. They could beat up on a lot of teams quite a bit. They would have to score by committee. It's not going to be a great scoring team because they don't have a top line center until Gord gets back, and then it's even questionable whether he is a top line center. But I think their forward depth could do some damage. But and because they have so much depth, they don't have to play guys a lot of minutes, so everybody can come back into the zone and play their ass off every shift to help these defensemen that can't move the puck. So if they do that, if they play like that, then they could be pretty good. They could be pretty good. But they're going to have to do that because this team isn't moving the puck out of the zone very well, for sure. Tampa could be good, tough, but if they have injuries. Amazingly, they still got a lot of depth. What do you guys say about that?
Yeah, Tampa still has a lot of good players. Yeah, Haxall's a pretty bad coach. That's what makes me nervous. If I were a Kraken fan, they hired a guy who doesn't really coach. Yeah, I don't know. But, I mean, I think Steele makes a lot of good points in this comment section here. Tampa will be good. They should make playoffs.
Oh, they'll make the playoffs all day.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
their depth is still not bad. They had so much depth already, like the depth, the replacement depth, I should call it. And that's the other thing about Seattle. They have virtually no replacement depth whatsoever. So when players get injured, they're going to be playing guys that shouldn't be in the NHL. But what was the other thing? No Mitch Marner, no Matthews. Are they both going to be out the first game against Montreal? Ooh, boy, that's rough. Ooh, Mo might be on Montreal there. I didn't know that. Get on Montreal now. Wow, that's crazy. Hackstall, that's what I was going to say. Hackstall. This guy was a super genius before he went to Philadelphia. Super genius coach. Like, uh, I and Ron Francis is one of the smartest hockey minds there ever has been. So I know, unfortunately, he doesn't have enough balls, to say it any better than that. But he's too well. They say patient, but I would say passive in his moves that he does. But he's brilliant as far as knowing. Like look who he hired Paul Maurice. He had wasn't it him? I could be wrong before I say that. I thought he did. Paul Maurice. Some of the coaches he brought in Carolina were fantastic. But when he was in college, like this guy was a super genius. I don't know what happened in Philadelphia, but I would not be surprised at all that he does really good in Seattle. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, the thing about Carolina that worries me is the injuries on goaltending. Anti Ranta was like injured all year last year, and same as Anderson, although he's looking okay so far. Tough sledding for the Habs until Price comes back. Yeah, I think they're done before they get started, right? Righty, are you there? Are you?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm there. I was just
Yeah,
letting you
Montreal's
finish.
done before they get started. I think.
Montreal's a chance now. Hmm. Yeah, how long is Price out for?
Well, he only hired Bill Peters. Okay, sorry about that. See, Lauren knows the Carolina stuff. Dougie Hamilton is out. I didn't see that. Oh, that's not good. Is that who you're talking about, Dougie Hamilton still? That sucks. I can't believe Dennis Cholowski made that roster. Holy crap. He was absolutely horrible in Detroit. For Seattle, that is. Uh, Dougie, okay, Dougie, it doesn't show that he's injured. What Dougie are you talking about? What Dougie are you talking about, Steele? It doesn't show that he's injured, Dougie Hamilton. Christian Jaros made the roster for New Jersey. Oh, because Ty Smith is hurt. And Dan Severson. Severson and Smith are hurt for New Jersey. For how long? Day to day, okay. Day to day, okay, that's not too bad. They should be okay eventually. Now, that's the thing we didn't talk about. Kravtsov for the New York Rangers, he gets sent down. Uh, there was a lot of talk about his attitude before he even got to New York. And now he gets sent down and he's all pissed off and he wants to be traded. Do I think somebody will go for him? Probably, but I mean, that's a lot of red flags surrounding him right there. Yeah, I think it was. I, 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 what do you think about? Do you know Kravtsov there in the Rangers? E?
Uh, not
Just
that I'm
came
aware
in.
of. No.
He came in
No.
last year. The guy's like he was a first round pick. Came in with a lot of hype and didn't make the team. Usually, guys that are have that much talent and didn't make the team, just they're not looking like they want to adapt to the North American game, or they're not as well conditioned as they need to be in the NHL and all that stuff like that. And they don't like to be told that. They look around. He looks around and sees like uh, go to the New York Rangers like he sees, let's see who made the team. Who did make the team instead of Kravtsov? Uh, well, Ryan Reeves. You know, a kid sees a guy like Ryan Reeves makes the team, or Dryden Hunt, and even Barclay Goodrow. Like, he can outskill any of these guys in a heartbeat, right? So he's like, he's offended that he's dropped out, but he's not that. They don't. He doesn't realize that that's not who he's competing with. Those guys have roles on the team. He's competing with Capo Caco and Chris Kreider, and he didn't pass. He didn't beat them out, so it doesn't make sense for him to sit. So they're going to put him in the minors. He loses his whatever, and now they're and now he doesn't want to go back to the minors. So they said they're going to find a way team to trade him. Problem being, if I'm a general manager, I don't know if I want that headache either. Would you?
No.
Yeah. Cholowski was terrible in Detroit. See, Doug Masta, who is a Detroit Red Wings fan, backs me up there. Thanks. Yeah, but he's a forward though. Too many mistakes and too slow on the puck. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's going to be Goudreau and Wilson the first game. What do you think about that? The Rangers Washington game, big guy.
Oof, man, that's gonna be interesting. I love that we're starting off against them. Yeah, it'll be Wilson and Reeves fighting. That'll be a big fight.
Won't be Reeves though. Reeves is hurt.
Oh, darn. Well, it'll
Maybe,
still be interesting.
maybe it shows here he's not hurt though, so he could be in. Then for sure it's going to be the Reeves Wilson show for sure, no doubt about it. They'll get that over with right away, and then they'll be hard on it after that. Yarton Nordy made the New York Rangers lineup. Who the heck did he? He beat out Nils Lundqvist and Libor Hajek. That's not a good
Oh,
sign for those two
Perlo.
guys. What?
Isn't it time for an ad?
No, we're not doing it.
Oh, yeah, you guys don't do ads anymore?
No, we will when we get one.
Oh, I thought you guys still did the dog thing.
No, we're switching to another one here in the next little while.
Oh,
So,
gotcha. Sorry, I know you usually had it for, so I don't want to.
yeah.
I don't know if you forgot.
Rangers all day. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I think Obi's playing.
No, Obi's playing tonight. Obi's playing tonight.
Yeah. Shoot.
Wilson versus Reeves.
I want to see that.
Yeah, well, it's going to be huge. I definitely going to be watching that for sure.
Ooh, Connor McMichael plays tomorrow night. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, they're going to play Connor McMichael. They got a lot of guys out. It's I think the Rangers take that. I guess we should do that now. We'll do our predictions, I
Well,
guess.
for tonight, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. That sucks that Backstrom's out for a while. That makes me sad.
Where's my center ice stuff? Oh, yeah. Hello. How come it doesn't show any center ice stuff for me? That my center ice subscription is supposed to start up right as soon as it comes up. Why isn't it? Okay, I still got it. But why are they not showing any games tonight? Sorry, this is important stuff. I didn't even notice. I gotta have those games because I'm doing the live stream tonight. It's going to be on Sportsnet 360. That's why I don't have it. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I think, okay, so let's do that. We'll do the predictions for tonight. All right, everybody in the chat, you ready to go? We're going to do predictions for tonight. We're going to start with Pittsburgh and Tampa Bay. I have not. You would think that they would be playing Jari tonight, and Vasilevsky would be in on opening night, right? Would have to think so against the Pens. Where's my goaltenders?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, I already gave you my prediction. 5-1 Tampa.
Yeah.
Perlo, get a Bobby Clark jersey. You can be in for Halloween.
Lightning. 5-1. Bolts is our first one. 5-1 Bolts for our first one.
Yeah.
I want to see who the
Bolts,
goalies are going to be.
3-0 Bolts.
If they have anybody yet. Lehner is confirmed, and Grubauer is likely for Seattle, but nothing is confirmed yet for Tampa Bay. So Weichell's got 6-1 Tampa. Wow, everybody's taking Tampa for hardcore here. CL 3-0 Bolts. Lauren 4-2. Everybody's on the Bolts. Mercer 4-0. What do we got? Anybody else out there? I got to do mine too. I got 4-1 Bolts. Steel's 5-1. Same as you. You got 2 5-1s. Gonna have to share a necklace or a ring o' frolic. Or the Perlo ring. What did I call it before? The Perlo ring, I guess. So, is that I don't know. That, you would think Tampa Bay would win that game. How many times, though, does Pittsburgh do that? You think they've done it over and over. I count them out all the time. All the time. If there's any team that I count out more, I don't think there's any team in the past that I've counted out more than the Pittsburgh Penguins. And they just keep on winning under Sullivan. Like, the guy is just freaking unbelievable. Yes, Perlo necklace for sure. We should have some swag coming up here too, by the way. Perlo shirts coming up. What do you got, Doug Master? Yeah, what's your score prediction for tonight? Dougie Master, what's your score prediction for tonight? Okay, well, I didn't even look at that. Who made Pittsburgh's lineup this year so far? We didn't look at that. Pittsburgh. The depth chart is just ugly right now. Danton Heinen is their top line left winger. Okay, 2 weeks we'll have the swag. Swag in 2 weeks. Don't get ahead of us now, Lauren. Heinen, Carter, and Rust. Zucker, Rodriguez, and Kapanen. McGinn, Bluger, and Dominic Simon couldn't even make Calgary's lineup last year. And he's going to be their third line right winger. And Drew O'Connor, the old man Brian Boyle is going to be their fourth line center, and Sam Lafferty for this game tonight. That is absolutely horrible. Jake Gunsel's out with COVID protocol. Michael Matheson is hurt. Oh, Mark Friedman made the lineup, Steele. 4-1 bolts for Masta. Friedman made the lineup for Pittsburgh. Friedman and Ruhwedel is their bottom pairing. That's an ugly lineup, man. I just can't see that lineup doing very well. All right, next we're doing the next game. Knights versus Kraken. And Kraken, as far as I know, are out all the guys that I said. Let's see who made Vegas's depth chart here.
I'm going to say this.
Let's see who made their lineup. Chandler Stevenson, same top two lines. Peyton Krebs, Nolan Patrick made their third line center. Evgeny Dadonov, Pavel Dorofeyev, Keegan Kolasar. I don't even know who that is. What happened? Who's hurt here? Matthias Janmark is out. William Carrier is hurt. Brett Howden is injured. Oh, they got a lot of injuries. Alex Tuck. They got their own injuries there. This could be a low-scoring game. Nolan Patrick debut, yeah. So I got to go back here. Lauren had 3-2 Knights. 2 Vegas. Weichel 4-2 Vegas. I got to look at that Seattle line.
I forgot about Nolan Patrick. Is he injured yet?
Not yet. He's still going good. Lehner's got him covered. Lehner has been complaining about, yelling at the league because of some things that happened with Patrick. Where's Seattle again? I got to look at this lineup before I make my pick. Schwartz, Wenberg, Eberle, Donato, Geeky, Tanev. Wow, this could be a low-scoring game. Johansson, Sheahan, Appleton, and Bastien Brule, and Bar Brule, and Alex True. That's a pretty ugly lineup. CL, 3-1 Knights, 3-1 Vegas. Nobody's taken Mercer. If those guys weren't injured, I would have been all over Seattle, but as it is, I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. Wow. Steele is the only one taking Seattle. 3-2 OT. And I'm going to go 2-1 Knights. 2-1 Knights. I think they've just got both teams have got a lot of offense out, and you don't know. You don't have a prediction at all, Doug Masta, for the Knights and Kraken. It sounds like Knights and Kraken. It sounds like Knights and Kraken. It sounds like a goth punk band or something.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Yeah, they're both going to be figuring each other out the first little while. I doubt that either team is going to come out flying for offense, especially with so I think that's probably going to be a low-scoring game. Just blown away that Cholowski made that lineup. That just doesn't bode well for Seattle. Anyways, I'm going to have fun looking at. Okay, so that's what we got. We'll see who gets the points tomorrow on our Wednesday edition. Did you guys check out my last? Did you guys check out that video I did? I did a video, based on I have a subscription to The Athletic, and they did a hopometer for they called it the hopometer, and what it is
I'm listening.
what it is they polled all the 10,000 fans of the NHL, and see if I can find it here again. Maybe I can search for it. And they rated the optimism for each team.
Yeah.
So of course Buffalo was last.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't be optimistic with them at all.
Florida was first.
Oh, okay.
I remember that. Okay, I'm going to see if I can find that. See if I can find that now. Hopometer. Huh, can't find it. Anyways, Pittsburgh was way down there, 21%. So people are down on Pittsburgh this year quite a bit. Washington, your team was, I can remember actually, it was 55, which I think is pretty low for the Capitals. There's a lot of people. Pierre Engvall on the top line? What? Well, the thing I factor most about the Seattle game is that expansion teams almost always win their first game. And I'll probably kick myself by saying otherwise, I actually had Seattle as the pick until that happened. Valentino Habs, he's a big Habs fan in the house. Welcome, buddy. Go Habs, Canadians, Montreal. Go Eichel. Oh, he wants Montreal to get Eichel or Kachuk. That's some interesting news. Also, something I just talked about not too long ago. The two teams in on Eichel right now, have the best chance of getting him, is the Calgary Flames and the Anaheim Ducks. Your friend told you that. What do you think about that? Do you think Calgary should take Eichel? What would you do? Would you want Eichel?
Yeah, Eichel's still in the Sabres somehow. I don't know where he would go. I mean,
would you want him in Washington?
He would cost too much because our cap is so thin.
Yeah, you'd have to give up like Kuzi and
a lot.
Get Kuzi out of there and a few other things. It
See,
would
that's what's
cost a lot.
crazy too is that Kuzi is still a Capital.
Yeah, I can't believe Kuznetsov is still a Capital. He obviously must have turned things around. They were watching him on the. They were keeping an eye on him, I think, in regular
Yeah,
season.
they
Or
they probably told they
in the
probably told him they probably told him to get the COVID vaccine and to stop snorting so much blow.
yeah, well, prove that you are not too. There was probably a lot of stipulations for
They
Kuzi
probably
on his
drug
offer.
test him every day.
Maybe,
Hey, you blow? Well, we're gonna drug test you today and tomorrow and the day after and the day after that
or just randomly throughout
because that
because
stuff only stays in your system for like 24 hours. It gets out of it quick. So they probably drug test him every day. All right, Kuzi, here's your morning drug test and your afternoon drug test. We gotta make
yeah,
sure you're laying off the snow there.
yeah, for sure. Ricketts, yes, it is here. Ricketts hits
Yeah.
everybody. Regular season, buddy.
Oh, can I do another prediction? Let me predict one more thing. Okay. It says that the start time of the Lightning and Penguins game is 7:30. That ain't gonna start till 8 o'clock because they're gonna drag it out because they love for whatever reason they always start NHL games late. It's normally like 8 9 minutes late, but they're gonna drag it out with the banner and everybody getting all hyped and everything. So I'm gonna say that game actually doesn't start till 8
Oh, you think? I don't know. You got to
Eastern
go.
time. Eastern time, 8 o'clock.
Oh, Mercer. Yeah. Cole Sillinger made the Columbus Blue Jackets. Holy crap. Cole Sillinger, they just drafted him this year.
Penguins 0 goals today. That's possible.
Penguins 0 goals today, yes. Yep, I agree. That's likely going to be the case. I wouldn't doubt it. Maybe one. They might get one. Maybe not. I forgot Vasilevsky will be. What did I say was going to be 4-1? I wouldn't.
I said
4-0.
Iowa. 101.
What do you got, Rickett? What do you say that
I
the
think
score is
everybody
going
here
to
is
be on
picking
that game?
Tampa. Did everybody here pick Vegas? Vegas 5-2. Oh, Steele picks Seattle.
Steel. What do you got, Rickett, on that game? Tampa Bay. What's your score prediction on that game, buddy? Uh, Gregory Hoffman. Who the heck is that? Gregory Hoffman made Swiss guy. He played in the Swiss league last year. He's 28 years old. Never even heard of him. Yeah, that's Kekalainen for Columbus. He always picks up these European guys. Yeah, 4-0. Okay, I'll put you down here, buddy. Ricketts got 4-0. Bolts. All right. So it's just me now. Under five. Wait, just give me a score, buddy. Who's going to win and what's the score? I was trying to look up Toronto because he said that. Toronto, there we go. He said that Engvall made the top line. That's crazy. Okay, Cap Friendly doesn't have Engvall on the top line. Has him on the third line with Kampf and Kasha. And then Bunting made the second line left wing. Dermott did. Yesterday it showed Liljegren was in the third pairing right defense, but this time they have Liljegren out as a scratch now. Oh, it is projected on. It's projected, or is it official? Because I got nothing official on that. But it should be Jari versus Vasilevsky, I would have to imagine. I can't see why it wouldn't be. Who else? What other people do we have teams here for? We did Philadelphia. Detroit. Who made Detroit? Bobby Ryan was. I wonder if anybody will give Bobby Ryan a chance now. Lucas Raymond made the top line right wing for the Detroit Red Wings. They're playing him on the first line. Yeah, Tristan Jarry's looking to bounce back. He better bounce back because, like, that's a big bounce back. That was a horrific display in the regular season or in the playoffs last year. He looked like he wasn't even like an ECHL goaltender. I don't know. His confidence just went totally out the window. So we're looking at like Pittsburgh is needing a huge bounce back from Tristan Jarry to this year for sure. Like almost as much as Philadelphia needs a bounce back from Carter Hart. Needs to change his name? Why do you say that, Lauren? Fabry, Suter, Zadina, Nemeshnikov, Rasmussen, Carter Rowney, Mitchell Stevens, and Sam Gagner. Okay. Gustav Lindstrom made the team for the Detroit Red Wings. Man, they got a young right side of their defense. Holy crap. Jordan Osterley did not make the opening night roster, though. And Troy Stetcher also will be scratched. Valino didn't make the team? I thought he made the team. Wow. Another year in the minors for maybe not the whole year, but. Yeah, he's a crazy story. It's a joke that he doesn't make. Oh, okay. It's a joke. It went over my head, dude. Oh, because he did change his name. Okay, I got you. I think that's what you're saying. Yeah, he changed his name as a youth. Yeah, I got what you're saying. 9 viewers in the house. How many likes do we have in the house? Do we have all the likes in the land? Oh, yeah. You guys are liking like a beast. Good for you. Right on. Anyways, Detroit, I thought Valeno was going to make it this year, but he didn't. They forever take it easy with them. Sebastian Casa was loaned? Where was he loaned? Did they send him to Europe? Cosa, the goaltender that they just... No, I don't know. That's weird. Why does it say he's loaned? When he had just went to junior? Mercer, what? I always forget your team, Mercer, because you talk about every team so much. Aren't you a Colorado fan? Why do I always forget your team, Mercer? Juhar Kyra made the Chicago Blackhawks. There's got to be some injuries there. No, not really. Dylan Strome is a scratch in the first game for Chicago Blackhawks. Yeah, Lidstrom, the old Lindstrom, yeah. Dylan Strome is a scratch for Chicago. Henrik Bjorkstrom, Kirby Doc on the third line. What's going on here? What? Kirby Doc's got to be up on the top, man. You got DeBrincat, Tyler Johnson, Kane. Basically, no defense being done there. Actually, Tyler Johnson is good defensively. Kubalik, Taze, Kurashev. Borgstrom, Doc. Okay, they're just trying to even up their lines. But Dylan Strome just keeps on going further and further and further down in his career. My gosh. Doesn't make the starting lineup by the looks of it for Chicago. Alexander Nylander was not claimed off waivers. This is a guy that was like number 8 or 9 pick overall. How many years ago? And he doesn't even, he goes on waivers for Chicago and he doesn't even get picked up. That tells you something right there, right? Oh my gosh. Nobody's touching him. See, what else we got? Who finally made the Edmonton Oilers? I know Kyle Turris got sent down. Nobody picked him up. That's awful for him. Tyler Benson made the Edmonton Oilers. Attitude problems. Yeah, big time attitude problems with yeah, big time. When he left Buffalo, he was yap 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 all the way out. And I know it's Buffalo, but you're not. He's just a kid. He's not yapping your way out of Buffalo. Like, you don't yap your way out of anything. Just keep your mouth shut and go on to your next team. Chason's on the Canucks top line. First of all, I'll get to that right after this. We'll look at the Canucks, but Draisaitl and McDavid are going to be on the first line together, apparently. Hyman and Nugent Hopkins and Yamamoto for the second line. Fogle, Ryan, and Ryan McLeod. So Ryan McLeod makes the team. And Benson makes the team. That is freaking cool. Cassian's injured. That's probably why. They called up Philip Broberg, by the way. I don't know exactly what that was for. I don't know if they're planning on playing him, but Josh Archibald and Holloway were injured. But yeah, Kyle Turris sent to the minors. There, you know, his career has really hit a skid. He just can't get it. He couldn't get it back ever since he went to Nashville. Yeah, no, Nuge is there. He's going to be both leading that second line. Okay, let's look at Vancouver. Yeah, they got Chason on the top line with Peterson and Miller. Wow. That is weird. That is really weird. And then Pearson with Horvat and Garland. And then Highmore, Dickinson, and Hoglander. I would have thought Hoglander would get that top line spot finally. Dowling, Juha Lammikko that they just picked up from Florida. Podkolzin, Lorne is on the fourth line in Vancouver. Yes, Perfetti made the Winnipeg Jets. We were talking about that a little earlier. Podkolzin is on the fourth line in Vancouver, Lauren. Ekman Larson is going to try to make Myers look decent. Quinn Hughes and Tucker Pullman. Oh my gosh. And then Brad Hunt and Luke Shen. That is a absolutely deplorable looking defense. Awful. Awful. I think maybe E-Money might be right. Maybe they don't make the playoffs. It's only so much Thatcher Demko can do. Oh, Brock Besser's hurt. That's why. Brandon Sutter's out for a long time. This says day to day. I heard Brandon Sutter's going to be out for like long time. Jack McEwen did not make the team. Yeah, he caused some drama and he got himself hurt. Got a concussion. Not supposed to be doing that crap. I mean, Cassian is not the sharpest knife in the drawer. Let's face it, man. He's not. He's not the sharpest knife in the drawer. I can say that now because he's over his addiction problems. But the guy is dumb as a post. He does just stupid stuff. There's no. What's he doing that in preseason? I have no idea. Yeah, why is he doing that in preseason? I have no idea. It's ridiculous. Absolutely.
Well,
ridiculous.
my corner got shifted up.
Oh, really? I haven't even looked on the live stream here I've been doing.
That's so weird. Yeah, it's like half of it just like cuts off.
Oh, let me go over here. Oh. Yeah, it does that for some reason. YouTube does that. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's weird.
Who made the New Jersey
Huh.
Devils? I'll take a look in a second, bud.
Your mother.
I'm going to see if I
Okay.
can solve this little issue here.
I know it's not hockey, but anybody see that Ravens game last night?
I didn't.
That game was absolutely wild. I can't believe we won. I need to do a football show. It's so long overdue.
Yeah, for sure.
I've been so freaking busy. It's like, I mean, with all due respect to you and Steele and Peyton, I kind of forgot about this for a little bit there because I've just had 20 other things in my mind.
Yeah. Oh yeah, life gets busy. I have, like I said, people have been busy. I haven't did anything with Peyton. I did only one show with Peyton. Yeah, nothing with John. Yeah, we're just very, very busy. We're busy trying to get the website going and everything too, and yeah. And now I got all my I got others my other work that I have to do that I do as well. So.
Yeah.
So who made the team? Jimmy VC made the team. I don't know.
Oh, New York Giants. Yeah, they're not very
Is he
good.
finally gonna look good at? Is he finally gonna make it? Dawson Mercer. Dawson Mercer made the team. 19-year-old, drafted 18th overall in 2020. He does that. He's done that everywhere. Everywhere. When he made the junior team a couple of years ago, nobody expected him to make it. Like he wasn't even on the board. Nobody even thought about him. And then he came into camp. They brought him in and took a look at him, and he like blew everybody out of the water. He just keeps on overperforming and being being underrated everywhere he goes. And then he makes the team. Who's from your area, Kyle? No, Svetch didn't make the Jets, I don't think. I'll take another look at it, Lauren. Oh, is that right? Sports entertainment. A little dig on the NFL for being like to being like wrestling. Dawson Mercer is from your area. Okay. Nice. So where's Dawson Mercer from? He's from, oh, Newfoundland. So you're from Newfoundland. Are you a Bruins fan? Why do I always forget what fan you are, Mercer? Uh, but yeah, Dawson Mercer made the team, and that's pretty huge. A lot of guys injured. Ty Smith is injured. Damon Severson's injured. Washington football team, Evans? Oh yeah, the Washington Red Wolves. I love that name.
Um,
I love
Red
that
Wolves.
name, and
Oh,
I love
interesting.
I love the logo too.
Oh, let me check. I didn't hear about the Red Wolves.
Yeah,
Um,
my
let's see.
the CFL team
Oh, that'd be kind of cool. Okay.
the CFL team from where I'm from, Edmonton. They were called the
Uh-huh.
Eskimos, and that's sort of like a poor term for the northern natives here. So they changed it to the
Hmm.
Edmonton Elks. I kind of like it actually.
Yeah, I had no idea. I know nothing about CFL. I just can't believe the Ravens won
Oh,
last night. We were down
that's
22-3 or something like that at one point, and it was like towards the end of the third quarter, and I was like, well, 6:15 comes early and we lost. And I woke up at like 6:15 and I'm like, wait, we won? I was like so confused.
oh wow. Um,
Yeah, it was an unbelievable comeback.
Mercer. Oh, that's why you stay quiet all the time, Kyle, because you're a Leafs fan. That
Oh,
now
snap.
that's why. Okay, I got it. Kyle Mercer is like really, he knows his hockey, man. He's for sure. So yeah, that's why you keep all quiet. I wouldn't be. Yeah, it's like you don't hear me mentioning that I'm an Oilers fan and too often.
Yeah. I'll wrap my caps.
Wendigos.
I'm not that optimistic about him, but
Yeah, I think the
all
Caps could be
good.
in trouble for a while. The good thing about the Caps is they're great at drafting, though, and if they keep their firsts, they might be able to bail themselves out and have one more good run because they're really good at drafting, but they just haven't had any picks to draft with because they've been trading them away to win cups. But that's one thing that could save them is if they did that. I think. So I'm having fun doing this. I didn't even look today because I had to take my wife around to a few places today. I was all excited to see who made the team for every team. Who made the Buffalo Sabres? Who made the Buffalo Sabres? Buffalo Sabres this year, I think, could be a little better than people think, but I mean,
Yeah.
not make the playoffs or anything. Only because of Granado as the goaltender, or as a goaltender, as a coach. But Craig Anderson, do you know Craig Anderson? 40-year-old goal. You know Craig Anderson. He played in Washington.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, he's been around for a while.
He's 40 years old.
Yeah.
He's going to be their number one
I,
goaltender.
oh my gosh. Oh Lord.
And Dustin Tokarski, but good for Dustin Tokarski. Him and his wife are both goaltenders. His wife's a
Hmm.
goaltender too. And they're the nicest people you ever want to meet. And the guy has fought all his career. He's played in Europe. He played in, all over the place, right? And now at 31, he's getting a chance to be a backup for a full time in Buffalo. I'm really happy for him to be able to make NHL money after all that. Keep on fighting and fighting and fighting. Uh, so nothing too surprising actually. Who made the team? Will Butcher did make it. Robert Hagg made it. CL. He did. Yeah, that's a pretty bad looking lineup. Holy crap, not looking good. I thought there might be some surprises, but no, not really. What about if now that we're getting back, did we finally see if those guys are going to play for Seattle that were on protocol? Okay, 5 players in protocol. We have an update. Johansson has been cleared and can play tonight. But Yarncroc, McCann, Alexiak, and Donskoy are not going to play tonight. Okay, I'm on the Kraken. I'm on the Knights. I gotta do a video right after this for the games for the games for tomorrow, and I gotta make sure I get people off this bet because I had Seattle winning.
I think Vegas is going to win.
Well, I think now they are, yeah. If everybody was in, yeah, Chase on got a 1 year 750K. He
I
always
wish it
makes,
wasn't past bedtime.
yeah. Nathan McKinnon's not going to be available. He's not going to be playing the first game for Colorado by the sounds of it. Yeah, long-term injury. Nicholas Backstrom went on LTIR, which means he's out for at least 24 days. Malkin won't be playing until December.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, they're talking Christmas. December 1st at the earliest.
Hmm.
So tomorrow, guys, we're going to be doing picks for tomorrow night's games. So make sure you're here for that. Make sure you're on for Peyton and I tonight. If you haven't subbed up to Peyton on the radio, get yourself subbed up there. Peyton
Do
on the
it!
radio.
Sub now.
Sub yourself up there. You don't want to miss it. Uh,
Immediately. Right this instant.
well, I'll be doing live broadcasts with Peyton on the radio all season long on his or mine. You definitely don't want to miss when we do an Edmonton Oilers broadcast. I love it when guys get so like just go off, right? When their team is doing nothing. Like Peyton is classic, man. He will, and actually John, off the wall John too. I saw he. Do you guys were you guys watching that broadcast when off the wall John was he took off his shirt and threw it and freaking out. Oh man, it was
I think you did
freaking.
mention something about that.
Yeah, we got to get an editor to be able to take those little pieces out and put
Make a
them.
meme.
Yeah, and or like make a best of everything that we do all the time. That was freaking classic. Were you guys anybody out there? Were you watching that? That's a pretty crazy football game. I don't care what you say. That's nuts. And they had to win that one too, right? Because aren't the Ravens sucking pretty bad this year?
No, so okay, the Ravens. I know this is like a hockey thing, but it's so hard not to talk about it because I'm a Ravens fan. So whatever. We are a unique combination of unlucky and lucky. And the reason why I say that is because we are unlucky in the sense that we have like a jillion injuries. We have like 15, 17 players on IR, some of them good players too, not just scrubs. But at the same time, we're lucky because of some of the ways that we won. We beat the Lions 2 weeks ago from a Justin Tucker 66-yard field goal. The ball literally hits like the front of the crossbar, levitates up in the air, and then the football gods are like, we hate the Lions. And then the ball went in and we won as time expired. 2 plays before that, we converted a 4th and 19. And in between the event that sandwiched in between that, we got away with a delay of game. So really, we should have lost that game. Another reason why we have some luck on our side is because of last night's game, where we were down 22-3 at one point. Their kicker, the Colts kicker, missed a point after. I think he was dealing with some sort of hip thing, so it wasn't close to 100% from what people are saying. And then towards the end of the game, as time was expiring, he missed a 47-yard field goal. So if he literally made it, it would have been over. Colts would have won. The Ravens' comeback would have fell short. So all those things like aside, it's like we've just had some things going our way. So that's why I say we're unlucky and lucky at the same time. We're 4-1. Like
Oh,
we're
okay.
pretty good. We're pretty good given the trillions of injuries that we have. But some of the wins that we've had are just real ugly because the Colts suck, the Lions suck. Um, I mean, us being the Chiefs a few weeks ago was pretty good. So I mean, yeah, it's quite something. I think the Ravens just like to give their fans anxiety or something. I don't know. They've had some crazy games this year,
Yeah.
so
I think
yeah,
I'm gonna get pretty used to that this year with the Oilers because their
yeah,
defense is so brutal, and
yeah. It's gonna be a lot to
they have
for.
such a good offense. They'll get up like
Yeah.
4-1, and they'll lose 5-4 in the third. I bet you're going to see tons of stuff like that with the Oilers this year. Vancouver too. Vancouver will probably be like that as well. I was looking. The Calgary Flames don't have a fourth line center right now as it speaks. They don't have anybody penciled into their fourth line center
Mm.
spot. Brad Richardson is unknown, lower body unknown. I'm sure they have somebody, but they're so weak as far as depth is concerned. It's crazy. That team's got to do a serious rebuild. But I thought I'd take a look at it anyways. Uh, that beat the Lions. Yeah, the Lions are brutal, right? Are the Jets going to be any better this year, or are they going to be just as bad as they have always?
Oof. Yeah, Jets suck still. I think they've won one game this year. Lions haven't won yet. I think the Lions are the only. Let me check. I think they're the only winless team in the league right now, unless I'm missing somebody. Jets are 1-4. Jaguars are 0-5.
Ouch.
So them and the Lions are the only ones that have not won a game this year. And the Jaguars coach basically doesn't care. He instead of going home with the team after losing, he goes to a bar that he owns in Ohio and gets a lap dance from this young college woman and like flirts with her and all this other stuff. It was pretty funny, actually. I was laughing my butt off. So yeah, Lions and Jaguars just suck. Um, so yeah, there's a lot of things like shaping up. Um, so yeah, they're the only winless teams right now. Like I said, my Ravens were 4-1, but arguably should be 2-2. So I'll take 4-1. I'm pretty happy. Yeah, Jags suck.
Well, we are finished now. This is over in our. It's that's our full 42. I have been running late, but I'm not going to today because got a live stream. I want to hold my voice for for the live stream tonight. Although Peyton does most of the talking, but
What time is
uh,
your guys' live stream?
well, it's the Vegas game. It's
Oh, yeah, I'll be
at
sleeping.
yeah. You'll be
Like
sleeping by the
10:30.
time it starts.
Probably, man.
Oh
Dude,
wow.
I'm old. I wake up at 6:15 for work, and
I wake up at
I'm not.
I wake up 5 to go to the gym.
Oh, you're crazy. Oh Lord.
Well, it was a deal I made with the little lady there.
Yeah,
I was getting healthy and stuff, and I was like encouraging her to come to the gym with
yeah,
me, and she said, "Well, I'll do it, but we got to do it before I go to work." And I was like,
yeah.
"Oh," but now I've gotten used to it, and it's awesome because it gets it out of the way, and actually, I'm in way more. I don't need as much sleep now. It gets me going in the
Really?
morning, and I'm just like, "Woo, let's go!" So it's pretty cool.
Hmm. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
I need my sleep, so yeah, I'm snoozing by the time that Vegas game starts, or right around the time it starts. But I'll watch that Penguins Lightning. I want to see some of that, and I like I said, my prediction 8 o'clock Eastern time start. Nobody else made a prediction on that.
Of what?
Yeah. What time the Penguins Tampa
What's
Bay game actually starts?
Oh, I can't. I don't. I'm not making a prediction, but I mean, I can't see how it does.
It'll take forever.
Their sponsors are going to be really ticked if they don't start on time.
Hockey games, I feel like they just take forever to start. That's what makes me upset.
Well, they start them a
Like
little. Yeah,
when it says 7:30, have the puck drop at 7:30,
yeah,
not
but they don't.
7:38, not
They
7.
don't. Yeah,
That's so stupid.
yeah,
It doesn't make sense
because
to
they want
me.
everybody to show up for all the stuff beforehand, and I'm
I
getting.
know, but it's just
See, they get all the commercials in before that because hockey, it's hard to fit commercials in. So they try to get all the
yeah,
commercials in the first hour as much as possible,
yeah,
so they can
yeah,
make
that's
some
true. I
more
didn't
money.
think about that.
That's what it's all about there. Okay,
Yeah, but I
guys.
think this one will start. Sorry, yeah,
Yeah,
it'll start later. We'll see.
that's our full 42. We gotta go. I gotta go. See you. Thanks for coming on, buddy. It was good
Yeah, thanks
times.
for having me.
See you all tomorrow,
Yeah.
and I'll see you later for the game tonight. It's going to be good times. Okay, bye.